Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my life real talk with your girl, Lady D. Guys, believe it or not, I have made almost a 30-minute video already. For some reason, I am having problems with this webcam. It have like a delay. I don't know what it is. And also, I had to delete the video because I had it on mute, which it is what it is. But guys, happy blessed Sunday. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I came on to do a little recap on the interview that the T had did with Aaron and Kendra, better known as Sheba and True. Which guys, that video had that interview had last about almost 7 hours. 7 hours where my eyelashes was hanging on my nose. And I am still tired, guys. I had started off with notes and I made so many, I was doing so many notes, and after that, they had lost me because it was entirely too long. And like I said, I understand that these people want to go and tell the truth, which, I don't understand why they go on social media because, I don't think that that's going to benefit them. If I'm going to talk, if I've been, as they say, in a bad situation, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a therapist and I'm gonna go ahead and write a book and be around family and loved ones, not on no social media, around people that I know they really don't mean them no good. But like I say, it is what it is. It was entirely too long, 7 hours, and a person intention span is only 15 minutes, and that lasted a long time, which, like I said, it is what it is. And I'm not here to put my foot on anyone, because people tell their story the way that they want to go ahead and tell it. But I wouldn't have never went about it that way. And if I'm going to, tell a bad situation, at least I'm going to go ahead and show my face. And Sheba and True, which their real name, they want to go by Kendra, and Aaron, which I have to go ahead and get used to it that myself. I would have went ahead and showed my face. What's the hide? If it's your truth, if whatever you went through, tell it. But to me, I don't think the way like some people think. I think like if I've been in a bad situation the way that they say that they have been, I would have went ahead and I would have went ahead and put it in a book. Like I said, you're telling it anyway to people that you really don't know. But guys, that video was so long. It was draining, guys, really draining. And Sheba, she talked at least, guys, and I'm not picking on Sheba, but Sheba had talked at least 6 hours of that 7 hour live. I'm not going to tell you though. I didn't know that Sheba even talked that long, talked that much, but she talked at least about 6 hours. This girl, she was running and running. I guess she was full. I don't know. But she even talked about True, which is Aaron, how he had left. He went MIA, took the car, dropped it at a laundromat. I guess one of the girls or whoever came and picked it up. They talked about that, and after that, he said that he turned off his cell phone, his email, and Sheba said she was worried. She was looking for him, and he just didn't want to talk to no one. To me, guys, it's just a lot of stuff just don't make no sense, A lot of stuff don't make no sense, because I'm not going to tell it on no social media. Like I said, I might do an interview with the girls, with they grown people. These people are grown people. It's not like they are children. You cannot keep blaming someone for the path that you had decided to make. We all make this bad decision. Just say, if I can go back and turn back the time of all the mistakes that I had made in my life, the wrong choices, and hey, I just can't get back, because like, that's my choice. Once I make a certain age, I do whatever I want. 18 years old, after 18 years old, that's their decision. It's not like no one had held them at gunpoint and say, look, you got to do this. These people, they had crossed these people path. They went into these people lives, and like I said, it is what it is. When you come into my house, I have rules, I have boundaries. You're going to have to follow it. And if you don't like it, then the door is open, and even True has said that it's not like they had bars on the doors or held the people at gunpoint. They was able to leave. Now, that's just like if, just say my husband, if I decide that I want to leave, and of course, my husband loved me. He's going to tell me, no, don't leave, blah, blah, blah. But that does not mean that he's holding, I don't know, guys. It's just a lot of stuff that just don't make sense to me. And maybe, because, they are in that situation. I don't know. But like I said, I don't believe that no one, especially when your entire life is on display, where you now have, everybody watching you, everybody combing through your life, no way in the world that, I can sit there and, you know, be able to make this make sense. It just don't make a sense. It's draining. It's it's just, I don't know, guys. I just say that if I'm gonna go ahead and do something, I'm not gonna run to social media. I like how Wizzy did. Wizzy, I really look up to her. From what I have saw, when Wizzy, she decided that she did not want it to be a part of Carbonation. Wizzy, she left and she went and got her job. And they even asked True, someone got on a panel and talked about some of the stuff. And he still have his same belief, especially when it comes to raising his child. He don't believe in putting the kids in school, which I wouldn't put them in a public school myself. Just look at the public schools, all the stuff that's going on in the public schools, how these kids are being corrupted and influenced by all this stuff that's going on. And I know, guys, I'm having problems with my webcam. I'm trying to fix it, but I'm just having like a little delay. I already had made a video at least about 30 minutes, went ahead and deleted it. But like I said, I believe, guys, that we are living in the last days. We are living in end times, that we gonna come together. Whether it's going to be in a group or whatever you want to call it, a tribe or whatever, we are coming together. It's going to be a time where it's just going to be us. And it's time for us to start coming together in unity. Start working together. Not everybody can be a chief. So many people want to be chief. Nobody don't wants to be an Indian. And like I said, when it comes to all the stuff that's going in Carbonation, like I say, I'm just like you guys. I'm looking from the outside in. I don't know all the stuff that had happened, but I know that I'm not going to sit there 24/7 and just try to pick apart all the stuff that had happened. No, I got a life. And some of this stuff right here, people took it and they made a big old huge molehill. Because you got to realize that these people that we are talking about, they are not children. And I like Sheba, she took some accountability. She said that she was putting her hands on some of the girls, At least she took accountability. She didn't come on sobbing and crying and blaming everybody, She took accountability of some of the stuff that she did. And that's why, like I say, when it comes to this case right here, it's going to be a he say, she say. That's all it's going to be. a he say she say, because first of all, these people, they are grown people, and there's everybody that's saying, putting it all the blame on one person. But what part did you play? Why you didn't leave? And if you felt like you couldn't leave, you was on social media. Your life was on display. Your life was on display just about 24/7. So, like I say, guys, there's a lot of stuff that does not make sense, and it does not make no sense for me going through all these long notes, because it was 7 whole hours, and to me, that was entirely a little too much. That was 7 whole hours, just like this girl, this other YouTuber, where she had, when True was on her platform, like she said, she the one, she ain't no fool, she the one getting paid off it. And trust me, the ones that ran that show for them long hours, trust me, they were getting paid for it. I'm pretty sure that they're going to monetize off of that. So we have to think smart, because these people are thinking smart. You thinking that these people care about you? No, these people care about you. These people are trolls trying to get your information, because if they was the right type of people, they would tell you social media is not the place to vent, because you have 101 people in your business. Unless you want it to be for entertainment purpose only, if you want it to be entertainment, because Materia already said, this is big, this is big. To them, some of these people, it's just a show, people, they just doing it for a show. These people, some of them, they thinking that this right here is going to give them celebrity status, And guys, like I say, in here is real talk, unapologetic, unbiased. Like I say, my channel is not for everybody. In here, we gonna eat meat. We gonna stand on righteousness. On here, I'm not no team this person. I am team right. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Some of this stuff right here is because of how the social media went ahead and mold this stuff. We got to stop helping these people to do their job, because like I said, it got too much stuff that's going on out there. All this stuff that we are talking about is only a distraction, when the real enemy is out there working overtime on us, guys. Come on, wake up. Enough is enough. And I'm even having people, well, I can't deal with this. I'm upset with all this. I can't be a part of this. Blah, blah, blah. But yet you stay online 24/7 watching these people live. But yet you telling me, oh, I can't be a part of this. I don't. Blah, blah, blah. But your every time when you come online, your entire commentary is about what's going on in these people's life. But yet you trying to tell me you want to separate yourself from that. Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. It don't make sense at all. It does not make sense at all. And it does not make no sense for me to go ahead and do a recap, because like I said there and say, it's all the same stuff. So in a minute, when things don't go their way, they go right there into that doggone slaughterhouse. And that's exactly what it is. Letting them sit there more like just like they saying going on, brainwashing, because anytime you keep repeating the same words over and over and over, to me, that's called coerce. You putting that in them people's head. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on from that, because guys, like I said, I was watching that and my eyelashes, thank God I don't have no strips, but my eyelashes was hanging on my nose. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about this little young guy right here. Let me see if I go ahead and pull it up. He was talking about that he had posed, he's a basketball player. He had posed a picture, just a picture of his people with chains wrapped around his hand about something he was watching. And these people said they called him anti-Semitic. I mean, we cannot talk about our history, what our people have went through. Guys, come on. Like I said, they say we put our energy. Just look at this. This little young guy's right here. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up. This little young guy right here is going through. They calling him anti-Semitic. Let me see if I can pull it up, guys, because I'm still learning this stuff right here. They calling him anti-Semitic just because he put a picture. Do you hear me? He put a picture on his page. Let me see if I can play the what he's saying. He put a picture. His name is Kyrie Irving's pushing back on the anti-Semitic labor. He's telling these people, look, that's a part of his history. So let me see if I can pull a better one up. Why are you guys upset about me talking about my own history? Let me see if I can pull it up. I know, guys, I'm having a delay, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get someone supposed to come in. My son, he's supposed to come today and fix it. So bear with me with that delay. Let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna see if you guys can hear this.
So
listen to this.
I went on Amazon Prime. Let me see any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the
let me go ahead and tell you guys what's going on. He's being scrutinized just because he put his ancestors, things that our ancestors been through, on his own social media, his Instagram. His name is Kyrie Irving, and then he got to explain what he have done
to all races, all cultures, all religions, and my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh, that came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So
absolutely.
I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh, that came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh.
Let me go ahead and pause this right quick. So why this young fella, just because he's searching out his heritage, why he have to come on social media to explain what he have done on his personal page? If he wants to talk about his culture, his religion, his people, why they need to call us anti-Semitic. What's the secret? And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. We worry and focus about the wrong things when the real enemy is out there working overtime on us. And this guy got to stop what he's doing and focus on all this BS, because that's all it is BS. And that's why I sit there and say, our people, they lost. We are living in a lost generation. This is a lost generation because they focus on things that not even should be even concern them. Let people live their life the way that they want to live. It got people out there right now is sitting there taking these babies, changing their sex and going in schools and altering these kids and talking about how they can go and get puberty surgery and all this stuff that's going on. And half of these people that's watching this mess, they are parents themselves. Why you don't go and march at these schools that you sending your kids in? Why are you worrying and being concerned about people that is grown? Let these people live their life the way that they want to live. This is what we should be focusing on, how these people is sitting there just keeping us rocking us asleep. Don't want us to know who we really are. Why? Because they know that what they are doing is not right. They are sitting on the children's breath. But yet we focusing on all this nonsense stuff. That's what they want us to do. They want us to sit there and focus on all this nonsense. Because want me to tell you something, long as they throw all this craziness out there and keep entertaining us with all this mess, throwing all this stuff out, they know that they're gonna continue reaping the harvest, riding off the back of our people. But soon the minute you start searching and trying to find out who you really are, then that's when they have a problem. Let's continue listening.
I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what? Let me see pot. And I say a melting pot of all races, white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, and obviously wasn't meant for them.
Thank you. And that's the stuff we should be focusing on.
There are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar.
And even his name, he even Googled his name. And it's close, his name is close to, as he say, Yahweh, the Most High God. This is messed up, guys. Like I say, the real enemy is out there working overtime on us. And this right here, I got this information from the chat room. Let me see if I can go ahead and read a little more, because this is where we should be focusing at. All this other stuff is foolish stuff. We shouldn't even be worried about all this stuff. Spending 7 hours trying to put our foot on someone that made a choice to do whatever they wanted to do. And even True talked about it. Aaron, he talked about it. He said nobody held, nobody had no gun perk, nobody had no bars on no doors. People was free to do whatever they want to do. And his name is Kyrie Irvin. Defends his social media posts, and I hope he continue. Don't give in. Don't even apologize, because apologize for what? You're not being anti-Semitic. I mean, people need to go ahead and Google what anti-Semitic is and start getting a real definition about it. What it means. Because soon the minute you start waking your people up, start talking about who you are, then you have a problem. But long as you out there butt dancing and acting a fool, then they like it. But this right here, it says Curry Irvin defends his previous social media post following the backlash he received during his post interview. He got into a heated discussion with reporters. And first of all, that was on his personal page anyway. Someone said he answered a question, so I don't understand why he keep going on, and it wasn't even a follow-up question. So either you didn't comprehend, or you let somebody send you off to ask and didn't expect such a well thought out response. So because what they are doing is, let me read this again. Someone says he answered the question, so I don't understand why he kept going on, and it wasn't even a follow-up question. So either you didn't comprehend, or you let somebody send you off to ask and didn't expect such a well thought out response. And the reason why is because they want him to keep coming back so he can change his answer, so he can go ahead and apologize. That's just like Kanye West, which you want to go by Ye. He had said that he apologized to the black community, and someone sitting there like Sean King with all the stuff that was going on in his personal life, but he came out and said it wasn't apologized enough. Apologize. Look, we've been through hell and back. So whatever Kanye said is just like water running off a duck. So if he apologized, let him apologize. He said apologize, because what happened was the same ones that he was defending is the same ones that put their foot on his neck. Yeah, our people gonna make some stupid decisions. They gonna do some things that we don't like. But should we go ahead and nail them to the cross? No, not at all. And let me read, I'm going to just read some of the comments because I'm just passing time, guys. Happy blessed Sunday, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your day or about to go ahead and enjoy your day. But this person right here, she says, he answered okay, I just read that one right there. Let me read this. Let me see what they said about it. This is too messy. And this right here is time for us to sit there and wake up, because if you cannot talk about your history, and anytime when you talk about it, they want to call you anti-Semitic. And this has been going on for centuries, even during Malcolm X time. The same thing that Malcolm X was talking about. Every time when he says something, they want to call him anti-Semitic. When he wants to sit there and expose these people, pull the rug, they want to call them names. So if that's been going on way back then, and we still going through the same thing right now, soon in a minute you start discovering and trying to talk about your history, which we already know that they pretty much erased it. But soon in a minute you start talking about your people and edifying and lifting your people up, then they have a problem. And someone said, yep, he was tight that he couldn't spin his narrative. Exactly. And same thing they were doing, like I said, to Ye. One thing about Kyrie, he's going live. He's going to live his life on his own term and speak up about whatever. And that's the way that we should. And that's exactly the way that we should, you know. What are they afraid of? Afraid of that we might start discovering the truth, which we should if we stop sitting there and letting these people keep rocking us asleep. But another person said he went on that rant and then got mad when someone tried to ask him a question and hold him accountable. So, and you also have to realize that it's got a lot of trolls. You know, you got people that wants to say their opinion and spew all these lies, these bots coming in with black faces and knowing that these people are not black, you know, saying all this stuff. We should all take a page out of his book and try and do the same. And that's exactly what I say. Start researching. Like I say, Google have a very huge search engine. We don't no longer have to go and run into the libraries. The library is right here, and some of the stuff on Google you have to watch too. But like I say, the word is only hidden to those that are lost. And someone said, laughing my butt off. He actually does it in his contract. Why? Which is why he tried to overtalk the reporter instead of facing the issue. Well, like I said, he want to talk to his people. He have a platform, and he on his social media platform, his own personal page, look like they can do whatever they want to do. Having an opinion ain't legal no more. Tell me about it. I mean, when you woke, you woke. Don't try to shut him up. Protect Kyrie by all means. So glad he stand his ground, and that's what we got to do. That's the key right there. See, we don't know the code, but they know the code. And the minute when you start waking your people up and start talking about, discovering who you are, they got the code. Their code is to sit there and label you as an anti-Semitic. That's their code. Anyone, just try it. And that's why I say, don't look at Kanye as, they say, he's out of his mind, he's crazy. Don't underestimate Kanye West. Some of the stuff that this guy is saying, he's speaking facts, because maybe he did all that. You never know. He did all that so he could be able to rip the sheets off of these people, because exactly what he put out, they are doing. He already said when he started exposing these people, ripping the sheets off of them, they was going to label him as anti-Semitic. And that's exactly what he did. They did. That's exactly what they did. He explained what he meant. Wow, move on. See, look. And that's what they need to do. Go ahead and move on, because I don't think ain't no changing over there. Just like Kanye. Kanye said ain't no changing. He apologized because they may have taken his word and twisted. But the people that wants to know the truth, that's sitting on the truth, they know. They know exactly what Kanye meant. He was not talking about the entire race of people or religion of people, because this is definitely not a race. It's their religion. He was talking about the people that he does business with. That's who he was talking about. They sent an agent to attack Curry, and Curry and I might be pronouncing his name wrong. Curry handled himself well. Yeah, that's what they do. Because I heard, I think I read somewhere yesterday where they said that they had contact Ye and wanted him to go to their museum. That's exactly what they do. They want to teach us what they want to teach us. But why don't you tell them, okay, why don't you come to the Black museums? Go to Washington, D.C. and see all the detestable stuff that have been done to our people. And still to this day, like I said, we are counted like sheep for the slaughter. Right here says the Death Eaters sent by them who shall not be named. And look, someone say, bro, take a nap. Oh my God. Don't you think we have been asleep for so long? It's time for us to go ahead and wake up. But Yahweh means God in my language. I'm African, and that's exactly what Yahweh means. Yahweh means God. See, and this young generation, some of these people, they don't know. So we got to continue teaching it to these young generation, because as you can see, this right here is a lost generation. See, people don't want to hear the truth. People likes to be entertained. Long as you buck dancing and giving these people what they want, yeah. But start sitting there and start educating your people. And then that's when you're going to still have a problem. Someone saying it still do. Yes, because that's what you were taught. You don't even know the pagan origin of that word, or Judaism for that matter. Like I said, I don't know what this person is talking about. I might be reading it wrong, but like I said, that's his name. Okay, Yahweh. I was looking for this comment because it's another name for God. I don't know where he got his name, meaning Yahweh, from laugh out loud, but he woke nonetheless. Like I said, that is nothing to laugh about. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to educate our people, because Yahweh means the Most High God. And as you can see right there, there's a lot of people that they don't know because they have bit off a lie. And it's time for us to sit there and teach our people what's the secret, what they're trying to hide, why we got to keep sweeping under the rug. We've been sweeping under the rug for the centuries. But like I said, Malcolm X, he's dead and gone, been dead for over 50-some years, or maybe more. And we still talking about the same issues. Because they don't want you to know the truth. That's why. Now they know Kyrie is not hateful person. They tried it with this one. Yeah, like he's a hateful person. This guy say he love all race. He's not a hateful person. But like I say, guys, it's time for us to wake up, man. It's time for us to wake up. So let me see if I can go ahead and get back where I was. I hope I didn't lose my connection, because I think I lost my connection. But if not, okay, I'm back. Yep, it's time for us to wake up, guys. But like I say, there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about, but we want to stay focused on all this stuff that really does not make no sense, but they love it. They love when we at each other. They love it. But when you start exposing them and ripping the sheets off of them, that's when you have a problem. And the thing about it is that we help them. We help them do their job. We'll sit there and tear each other up for that. Because like I said, we have eyes and we can't see, and ears and we cannot hear. And that's why we can keep our eyes and on things that does not matter. Focus on all this foolish stuff, because all that right there, guys, is foolish stuff. That's all it is. Long as we sitting there acting a fool, tearing each other down, can't come together. Oh gosh, they love it. They love stuff like that. Yes, they love it. But let me see if I can pull up some more, because I'm just searching the net, guys. Like I said and say, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this world that we can talk about, that we can be focused on, besides all that stuff that they are feeding us. Oh yeah, I know something else I wanted to go ahead and talk about. I wanted to talk about with the Twitter page, how Elon Musk had got back with the Twitter, and they talking about all the racist stuff that is they spewing on Twitter now, just because now it's freedom of speech. We did that. You remember on Facebook when someone was spewing all types of hate, and it was a black man that had reported it, and they end up shutting Minister Farrakhan and everybody else up for freedom of speech. So, like I say, let them people, let them talk, let them spew all their hate, whatever they want to do. You just come 10 times better than what they are doing. Start talking the truth, because trust me, the truth gonna go farther than a lie, and that's something that they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. So let them say whatever they want to say, because it's time out, for us, to keep hiding this, keep covering this up. It's time for us to start telling the truth, because trust me, they are working overtime on us, but we don't see it because we're so busy trying to allow them to keep entertaining us with all this BS. And that's what I look at it, BS. Because people are grown. They do whatever they want to do. You can't make your parents, once you made 18, could they tell you what to do? No. You did what you wanted to do. So why are you having problems now? Now you want to help these people to do their job? See if I can find this right here. It's just to show you that, it's just that we are just a lost generation. We ain't ready to wake up. We like sitting at the table when we can own the entire table. That's why we love to help these people. We love to help these people do their job. But trust me, they are working overtime on you. Stop helping these people do their job, handing our people over to them. It's time for us to police our own community. Why we have to allow these people that it's the cause that you in this situation anyway. Hold on, guys.
I need to watch school and stuff too.
All right, guys. That was my son. I'm back. That was my son. Oh. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some stuff up on Instagram, because like I said and say, guys, I am just trolling, okay? Trying to find let's go ahead and see what's going on. I was trying to find where Kanye had talked about that he apologized to the black community, which, like I told you guys, Candy Candace Owens, she was behind a lot of stuff. All this stuff that had happened to Kanye, trust me, Candace Owens was behind a lot of this stuff. Like I said, not all people that look like us is our people. Well, let me pull this up right here. And this right here, oh, let me read this one right here. This one right here is LeBron James. And I already had made a video already, guys. For some reason, like I said, I went ahead and deleted it. So this right here, I'm just making another one. But this right here, see if I can pull this one up. LeBron James, where he has a problem of all the N-words he's saying that's on Twitter. Let me read this right here. It says, the use of N-words on Twitter jumped by almost 500% after Elon Musk take over as troll test limit on free speech, report says. So, like I say, let these people do whatever they want to do. I don't know Elon Musk. This is what LeBron James says. He said, I don't know Elon Musk and the BH. I don't know what that means. I could care less who owns Twitter, but I will say that if this is true, I hope he and his people take this very seriously, because this is scary AF. So many the unfitted people saying hate speech is speech, free speech. Like I say, it always be our people that wants to sit there and interfere. Sometimes, we interfering in things that is God's work. We know how that happened, or with how they censor everything. We can't even say nothing. And we know that these people, let them people hang them themselves. So if they want to go and spew all that hate, let them spew that hate. Let them say whatever they want to say. Because all it's doing is showing their true self. All we have to do is just continue going with the truth. That's it. Let them talk, because like I say, all they're doing is showing what we already know, proving their point. That's it. And right here it says, LeBron James had something to get off his chest after the report revealed that the use of the N-word on Twitter increased by 500% after, of course, because all he's doing is showing who they really are. He's telling the truth, but Elon is going to give a F. Well, oh gosh, just stop using Twitter. Everyone who is offended, stop using Twitter. Say less and do more. That's what I say. If it's something that you don't like, just like when it comes to my videos, if it's something that you don't like, find a channel that you're going to like. Find something that's going to entertain you, that's going to serve you. So if they have a lot of people out there spewing hate, we already know that the entire country, the foundation of it, was built off of pure hate. So why are you getting your panties all in a bunch? You know exactly what's going to come out. All we have to do is continue just speaking the truth. And I promise you, when you start speaking the truth, their kingdom's going to fall down, because, like I said, they all have bit off a lie. And these people don't want you to come to the truth. But let me play this right here, and I got about 10 more minutes, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down.
My people, I hurt the black people, so I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEF CON, it means to get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed.
Yeah, they do.
Did that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd. It hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So
did you hear that? And I'm also having
thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEF CON, it means to get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed.
Yeah.
Did that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd. It hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
You see? And see, that's the thing about it. We have to be patient and we have to wait it out and stop being so quick to jump on the bandwagon with the rest. The way that our people acting like it's something that we never been through. We've been through stuff worse than this. But yet we find a way to go ahead and forgive them. Like I said, there is said, we all make stupid mistakes. We all say things that is not going to be in agreement with what is right. But you can take your wrong and you can turn it right. And even if he's sincere about it, at least it came out of his mouth. He's waking up. The same people that he was loving on and hobnogging on and thinking that these people had their back, it's the same people that sat there and put a knife in his back. So now he's waking up, he see the truth. And if he want to go back into the same mess that he was in, then hey, let him go back. But right now, they say that Kanye West, he's apologizing to the black community for his George Floyd comment, which we know that was wrong because it was on video. We saw all that was happening. So why we want to get upset about it? Because we saw. And sometimes, like I told you guys, that we have to take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. It got us talking, and maybe he did all this so he can go ahead and play their game. I think it was a chess move. He was playing chess because he already had talked about how he wanted to come out of those contracts. He didn't want to be a part of Adidas. He didn't want to be a part of Gap anymore because they didn't want him to make his decisions, sit at the table where he could help make decisions together. They wanted to do it without him. How they was taking his designs and running with it and doing what they wanted to do with it. He talked about that. He talked about how he wanted to come out of those contracts. So if that was the way that he came out of those contracts without spending millions of dollars to lawyers, but had them to sit there and break the contract, now they owe him. They owe him because they the one broke the contract, not Kanye West. Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. This person says, this wasn't an apology. He's going to try and sell you all Jesus, hoping you all forget. No, fame, we good. And this right here is showing as a black person, but we know that's not a black person. And if he is one, he's a lost person. He's a lost person because, first of all, just like I say, with all the stuff that's going on with these people that's in carbonation, you are in their business. You are looking at them. Kanye West is a billionaire. So I don't think that he became a billionaire by being lost, being a fool. He had to have some type of intelligence. Some type of intelligence. So how can you call him a fool? How can you say he's crazy when he's a billionaire and you sitting there looking at him? Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense, because this don't make no sense at all. And guys, yes, I am having a delay and it is bad. Like I said, when you start talking the truth, start ministering and speaking truth, you're gonna have problems like this, because I see that I have a very bad delay. Also, it could be the my webcam. My son is on his way. He's gonna go ahead and fix that for me. Let me see what they're telling him. Like I say, guys, we got to be harmless as a dove and wise as a snake, because these people, they are working overtime on us. And it says, you all know he's speaking the truth, and you all shout out. Black people don't even stick together. If we say F them, business save you dues, then stick with them. You all bugging. I don't know. They talking all that Ebony, but that's the truth. We don't stick together. It's sad, you know, but it's true. We don't stick together. And that's why I said they have a code. They have a code. Their code is anytime when you start waking your people up, they gonna label you as anti-Semitic. Like I say, nothing new under the sun. But we don't have a code. We don't have a code, because we don't know how to stick together. We don't know how to come together. We get all in our feelings, and soon, and in a minute we get all in our feelings, we lose focus. We start jumping on the bandwagon instead of being patient. Like I say, be harmless as a dove and be wise as a snake. Just be patient and let it play out. But we quick to judge. We quick to run with things. And soon in a minute that we start helping these people do their job, just and the way that it don't go out the way that we want, then we start talking about it. But now it's too late, because you helped put this person into the lion's den. You helped threw him in the lion's den, not knowing that these people don't care nothing about you. It says right here, black people didn't speak up for black people when he made countless inappropriate and insensitive comments. You all still called him a genius and brought out his shows. They are protected their own. It's up to us to do the same. Another person said, I'm sorry, losing contracts and endorsements and having your personal wealth depleted are not the equivalents to being murdered, and having your body deprived of air and you beg for mercy. Sorry, no, this is not an apology. This is more of the same. Like I said, not all people that look like us is our kinfolks, okay? Just because you look like us, that does not mean that you for us. We got wolves in sheep clothing. We got people that's still on the plantation, helping these people do their job. Plantation Negroes, not knowing that when you bless, they bless as well. But see, we don't see it. And also you got to realize some of these people that's writing all this stuff, it's not our people. Is that they putting these profiles, these trolls putting these profiles so they can put all this stuff so they can keep steering the narrative. Wake up, people. We got to learn to wake up. Gosh, man, sometimes I could just shake my people. I'm telling you, I could just shake my people. If my people, just like the Bible says, who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will heal the land and hear from heaven. But we don't want to turn. We want to continue falling into all this mess. Someone says, right, it wasn't a problem for them before, now it's a problem. stating the obvious, anybody that would know that actual feeling would be dead as well is a metaphor. And that's all it was. He's a rapper. It's a metaphor. And that's just like with the Bible. The Bible is a metaphor. Some of the stuff in the Bible is a metaphor. Some of the stuff is riddles. Some of the stuff is what I call allegories, parables in the Bible. And some you got to break it apart. It's like hidden treasure. You got to confuse the masses. Like I say, some of the stuff that we are saying right now, we got to learn to confuse the masses. Start talking into an unknown tongue, like they say, our heavenly language. Confuse them. So he might have done some of that stuff. Said some of that stuff, so he can sit there and confuse the masses. Because if he come out and said, then he probably would have gotten out of those contracts. He probably still would have been in those contracts. So we got to stop, just listen sometimes. We talk too much. That's what it is. We talk too much. It says, stating the obvious, anybody that would know that actual feeling would be as dead as well is a metaphor. He's a rapper. But you people view him like he's Martin Luther King or a political or something, or as if you perfect and living your life in front of the cameras and under the biggest microscope in the world. Amen. Some of that stuff, I totally agree with what this person is saying. I totally agree with what this person is saying. It's easy for us to say so much when we're looking from the outside in. But we have to realize that this man, his life is under a microscope. All eyes are on him. His life is on display. So he cannot move the way that you think that he's supposed to move. You can do it and get away with it, but he can't, because all eyes are on him. His life is on display. This man been crying out like John in the wilderness, trying to come out of those contracts. And just because he said those foolish things, hey, God can turn it around and make it for our good. You ever heard taking lemons and making lemonades? And now we want to go around talking about our feelings hurt. Lay your feelings aside. It's time for us to lay feelings aside. All these emotions, lay aside. It's time for us to put on the whole armor of God. It's time for us to not leave out there half-cocked, because the enemy is working overtime on us. He ain't worrying about your feelings. If he was worrying about your feelings, then he would cut those reparation checks, give you your 40 acres and your mule, which we don't need the mule, but we sure can use the 40 acres. Unless the mule today is something that we could invest wisely on. More land, more houses. But it's time for us to wake up, guys. And these people that got these platforms, the minute when they start talking like this, our people help to shut them up. Instead of questioning and asking, why? Why I cannot talk about my ancestors? Why I cannot talk about who I am in the Bible? Who the Bible is talking about? Which I told you guys that the Bible is only prophecies. We closing up the Bible. No, we are the Bible. We are the Word. You looking at the Word should be inside of you. Everybody is talking about, oh, I don't read the Bible. No, you should live the Bible because you are living it. They read the Bible. They ran with the lie. That's why they was able to revise it. We got over thousands and thousands of different versions of Bibles out there. But we don't need it because the Bible is inside of us. We are the Word. The Bible is talking about us from Genesis all the way to Revelation. It's a prophecy talking about us. But we don't know nothing about that. We don't know about that. We don't even want to know about that. This is boring. We don't want to know nothing about this. Long as we out there entertaining these people, buck dancing for these people, oh, they are happy. And we are happy too, because what they are doing is throwing us a few crumbs here and there. When, like I said there and say, Kanye, they didn't even want him to sit at the table. At his own table that he made. They didn't even want him to sit at the table. But now he could own the entire table. If they don't want him, what the Bible says is in us. The word is in us. What did the Most High God told us to do, his children to do? If they don't want to accept you, he said, dust your feet and move on. When one door closes, there's another door that's open. Because I believe that if he brought you in it, he's going to see you through it. So if all doors are opening right here, then what that's trying to tell you, it's time for you to change position. You remember the fishermen when they went out there and they didn't catch no fish? Then the Most High God told them to change position. So when they start changing position and they threw their net, then they caught so much fish, they had more than enough. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, if when one door closes, there's always another door. They say, oh, he went to another J. You know, we can't even say J. That's all right. We don't have to say J. Because if truth be told, J was never supposed to be in our vocabulary anyway. That was another whitewash lie. Google it. This is facts. Ain't nobody spewing any hate. There's no such letter, especially in our language, with the letter J. Oh my God, my people is not ready to wake up. My people is not ready to wake up. But getting back to what I'm saying is that when one door closes, there's always many other doors that's ready to do business with you. They say that he went to, like I was telling you, he went to another company. They shut the door on him. Then that means that you got to go out the country. I'm pretty sure that they would love to have them. Bring your designs and get your own stuff, you know. Just with how they manufacture it, you can go and you can do the same thing where you could own the entire house now. This guy, trust me, he didn't become a billionaire for nothing. And you guys, most of you guys probably living from paycheck to paycheck and trying to tell him what kind of move that he's supposed to be moving. Lord, just like the person said there and say, if only we can sit there and see what's going on in your world. See how you maneuvering. You probably be living from paycheck to paycheck. And like I said, they do not want us to know the truth. See how I'm getting cut off? Okay. Oh, well, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Ain't nobody mad with the devil, but it's time for us to wake up, guys, because like I said, these people are working overtime on us. So on that note, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I might come back on later. I was coming on to do a recap on all that stuff that had happened on the T, but like I say, that stuff is irrelevant. It's too much stuff that is going on out there in this world to be focused on grown people when the real devil's out there is working overtime on us. So I'm gonna see if my son can go ahead and fix this for me, because as you can see, I'm having a delay getting booted out. I don't know what it is. Maybe they might be attacking just this little small channel, which, like I said, they did it before, but ain't nothing new in the sun. So on that note, guys, you all enjoy the rest of your day. Happy blessed Sunday.